In the outskirts of the Avalorian forest, nestled between the towering peaks and sprawling meadows, lay the Forge of Redford, a place of fire, metal, and ancient magic. Redford, the Forge Keeper, was a burly man with weathered hands and a wild mane of white hair that matched his passionate spirit. He had devoted his life to the craft of smithing, pouring his soul into every piece he created, yet on this fateful day, the world would shift for him in ways he never could have imagined. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an amber glow across the forge, Redford stoked the flames of his furnace until they roared like a dragon. The molten metal bubbled and danced with fiery oranges and deep reds, casting flickering shadows around the dimly lit workshop. He stood poised, an old leather belt hugging his frame, as he meticulously prepared to pour his latest creation, the handle grip of an axe intended for the local bounty hunter named Trox. With steady hands, he tipped the crucible, allowing the vivid molten metal to cascade into the waiting cast. A surge of heat radiated from the liquid metal, but for Redford, it was a familiar warmth, a comforting embrace of his work. As the molten streams danced, a reflection shot back into his aging blue eyes, a kaleidoscopic sigil unfolding before him in shades of green, black, and white. The world beyond the forge shimmered and warped as he gazed deeper into the molten flow. Suddenly, the sigil ignited within him a vivid rush of wondrous visions. Fleeting images darted through his mind's eye as if he had opened a doorway to realms unseen. He saw tiny frog wizards, clad in robes woven from dewdrops, stir potions among the leaves of ancient trees. Beside them, little monkey wizards chattered and leapt, their cheeks bulging with enchanted fruits. A sanctuary emerged, a colossal structure crafted from ethereal crystals that glimmered like the stars themselves, shimmering in an array of colors that made Redford's breath catch in his throat. Great blue dragons soared gracefully above it, their majestic wings casting shadows over vast lands unknown. He could feel the air crackle with magic, electric and intoxicating. Suddenly, dozens of other realms flashed before him. There were realms of mermaids weaving spells from shell and foam, werewolves howling beneath the silvery light of twin moons, noble lands where knights held feasts in valiant halls, and vile sorcerers plotting in the dark corners of shadowed forests. Each scene danced intimately before him, a vibrant tale begging to be told. With each swift breath, his heart raced with an excitement he had never known. These were not just visions, they were fragments of stories woven through the fabric of the universe, waiting for someone to share them with the world. Redford stumbled back, the crucible slipping from his grip, but the molten metal did not spill, it hovered in the air, suspended in the spirit of creation, a heartbeat echoing in the silence of possibility. "I must share this," he exclaimed, his voice rising above the crackling fire. He rushed to his workbench, gathering tools as if they were quills at the ready. He would not simply forge the axe handle, he would etch the stories, the visions into metal itself. The tales would pulse with life, springing from the grip to the wielder, meeting a world long ready for wonder. As the last traces of daylight faded, Redford worked feverishly. He hammered and shaped as if the metal itself sang to him, pouring the shimmering essence of each vision into the design. Frog wizards adorned one side of the grip, their tiny hands clutching shining wands. On the opposite side, a monkey wizard perched atop a crystalline spire, a triumphant grin on his face as he unveiled a spell of swirling colors. The intertwining symbols and forms came alive beneath his skilled hands, transforming the mundane into a pathway to adventure. Hours blurred into the night, his forge a sanctuary of blazing fire and cascading brilliance. With each blow of his hammer, the essence of the realms merged with the metal, creating not just a simple axe but a vessel for tales untold. In his trance-like state, the visions continued to seep into his reality. He saw himself traveling through the new avenues of his creation, meeting the frog wizards in their verdant groves and the monkeys perched high in the jungle canopies. Every being, every flicker of life called to him from the depths of creation, leaving him panting with anticipation. As dawn cracked the horizon, a brilliant azure sky radiant with new hope, Redford finally stepped back, surveying his creation. The axe handle glowed with an otherworldly light, pulses of magic radiating from it as if whispering secrets only he could hear. He smiled gently, pride swelling in his heart, for he knew this was only the beginning. The forge keeper made his way to the nearby village, where curious townsfolk awaited. Whispers of his visions had spread softly as smoke upon the wind, and already they anticipated tales that fluttered like spring blossoms. Redford raised the handle high, allowing it to catch the sunlight, the metal shimmering with the stories of the realms. "There are worlds beyond our own," he declared, his voice unwavering. "Frog wizards dwelling in moonlit forests, monkey mages playing tricks on time, great blue dragons soaring above crystalline sanctuaries. Let me weave for you the tapestry of adventure." Gasps erupted among the crowd, faces lighting with a blend of disbelief and wonder. Redford began the tale, and with each word, he painted the visions he had seen, unfolding the tendrils of magic and lore that intertwined through the realms. The villagers gathered closer, their hearts yearning for the enchantment he promised, riding the waves of his fervent language. That day, the Avalorian mountains resonated with the magic of shared stories, and Redford, the forge keeper, became more than a craftsman, he became a storyteller, an architect of dreams where the lines of reality and fantasy blurred, ensuring that the forge visions would echo through the ages, casting light across the lands.